Hey guys, so today I just wanted to share with you where I've been since I've been MIA on YouTube and what I've been doing with my time. And I also wanted to offer some encouragement to those who are going back to school and who are going through the grueling process. I'm going through it with you, don't worry. So let's talk about it. So I just wanted to share, first of all, since my last video, I took my first proctored exam. And as I explained in one of my previous videos, a proctored exam is where someone from the proctor department watches you take a test because you aren't physically in the building. So they do watch you. In the packet that they sent to you when you first started is this little webcam. And this is what you use for your proctored exams. You literally plug this bad boy into your laptop or your computer. You press on Take Test Now, and the proctor does everything else. So it's really simple. I thought it would be this hard thing. It's so super simple. So anyway, the first time was a little bit weird because I knew she was there. Now they do disappear. At first you do see them and they see you, and you have to show them around the room with the camera and make sure that they see you don't have any visual aids or cheap sheets or anything like that. So it's a little bit weird. You know, you do show them around the room you're in. They even make you show under your table and everything. They're very thorough. You also have to show them your whiteboard if you're using it. It's just a plain whiteboard that came in your package that you got from Western Governors, and you have to show them the front and the back to make sure nothing's pre-written on there. If you're using a calculator in a math test, you do have to show them that it's on 0 and that it's, you know, there's no cheat sheet taped to the back or anything. You have to show them your ID, and then you have to take a picture of your face, and then that's it, and you start, and they disappear. It's not like they're sitting there staring at you the whole time you're taking a test. You kind of forget about them because you're so focused on what you're doing. So it's really cool. So anyway, the one thing I really, really love about the proctored exams is that as soon as you are done, you can go back in and see your results and see if you passed the class. So that is awesome. It's like instant gratification for all your hard work, and it's just such a relief to know. So far I've passed all of my tests that I've taken, and I'm so excited. So I'm moving right along in my accelerated program. But yeah, I just wanted to explain how that worked for people who wondered about how weird that was, because it did seem a little weird, like somebody staring at you and looking in your home or whatever, but too bad. You know, those are the breaks, and those are some of the benefits of being able to be at home, is the fact that you only have to use a webcam. You don't have to get all dressed and be at a building at a certain time and sit with a bunch of people. I like the fact that I'm alone. I can concentrate. So what if somebody's watching me? Big deal. Just get through it and get it done. So anyway, that's what I've been up to, is taking a lot of tests, doing a lot of studying. I wanted to also share something that I'm learning, and I don't know why I didn't really catch on to this when I got my other degree, but for some reason this time maybe I'm more mature in my mind. You know how you grow and then you can apply more things, more knowledge and more information you've gained throughout your life to your current life, and it links together better, I guess, as you get older. Maybe that's why we're so wise when we get older, but too bad at that point it's almost too late to apply all the wisdom, because then you're about to die. But anyway, that was kind of negative. But anyways, I'm getting to the point where I'm like connecting all this stuff. So I'm kind of using school as inspiration in other areas. For example, there was a history class, and they required 5 APA papers, and most of them were about 10 pages long. And as I said before, I absolutely hate APA. I love writing, but I like to creatively write. I don't like to be told what I have to write, what I have to include, how I have to write it, what source, you know, to cite each source, how I have to cite each source. It has to be, you know, double spaced, and you have to have a header, and yet, oh my goodness, it's just so ridiculous. So I had to do 5 of those papers, and when I first saw that was how I had to pass that class, I just slumped, like, oh, this is gonna suck so bad. But you know what? I said, let me just get myself together and just start. So I took 1 paper at a time, and I said, today I'm blocking off 4 hours. Yes, it took 4 hours. I think 1 paper even took like 6. Ooh, it was a lot of research, a lot of stuff I had to look up and learn and dig into, and then I had to write, and then I had to write what was required, and oh. So anyway, I just set time aside and said, I'm doing this 1 paper today. I'm getting it done. That was done. I did the next one. That was done. I did the next one. That was done. And just taking them in little blocks and doing them, after a while I saw that, hey, I'm done with all these. Now, one of them did come back that I needed revision, and that was like kind of a little bit of air going out of my balloon, because I was on a high from passing, and then all of a sudden they're like, no, this one's not complete, it needs revision. So I did have to go back in and revise that one. But anyways, now I'm down to where I have one paper that's to be graded, and then I'm done with that class as long as it passes. The worst case scenario, to come back and they'll say I need to revise it, and I can revise it. I think you have 3 tries to revise it to pass the class. So anyway, I'm not fearful about it. I think I did well. I think I'll be good, and I think I'll be passing that class today or tomorrow. So back to what I was saying. I just took it little by little and I finished it. And I'm kind of starting to put that into practice because I'm seeing how I'm making headway in college. I'm putting that into other areas of my life. For example, my weight is something I've always kind of dealt with. I have never been a skinny mini. Most of my life I've carried anywhere from 10 to about 30 pounds, and sometimes after I've had children I've carried up to 50 pounds more than what I should have. And it's been a real struggle for me. I don't necessarily eat a whole lot. I just don't, maybe I'm sedentary, but I do work out. I mean, I go to the gym, but for some reason my body just doesn't lose weight as well as other people. You know, it's so discouraging. I'll see some of my friends eat whatever they want, they never gain a pound, or someone will say, hey, I want to lose 20 pounds, and in 1 week they've lost 9 pounds. It's like, how do you do that? I've never been able to do that. But I have been encouraged by school, because instead of saying, okay, I want to lose 25 pounds, I'm saying, you know what, I'm going to focus on 5 pounds, kind of like the one paper. I have all these papers to do, but I'm going to focus on just one paper. So I've been focusing just on 5 pounds, and I did start a little regimen where I've had portion control, and I've been working out about 4 times a week. Nothing too excruciating, and something that I definitely can balance with my college life and everything else that I'm doing. But I have lost 5 pounds in about 8 days. So I'm done with that 5 pounds. Now on to the next 5 pounds. And I'm just learning that if you take things in smaller blocks and get them done, you'll see progress little by little, and you won't be overwhelmed by the big goal you have. And so I want to go back and say to those who are in school, just set your mind and get it done. Take one class at a time, just one class. You have to just remember at the end of at the end of everything, what are you going to be doing? You're going to be walking across the stage. You're going to get your degree. All of your hard work is going to be rewarded. You can then take that degree and you can go to a job and say, hey, I have gained all the necessary skills and learned all the necessary things that I need to apply for this job. It's going to feel so good knowing that you've entered a little bit of a higher realm of education and employment. And it's just so rewarding. I know people who have gotten degrees who have doubled, tripled, and even quadrupled their income just off of a degree. So it can be done. Another thing I wanted to say about school, this is kind of a side note, but I've also known people who have gone to school for 4 years and they've gotten degrees that are really not marketable. Now, you are wasting your money and you're wasting your time and you're wasting all of your brain power. And I'm not saying it's a total waste, because education is always a good thing, but do research before you get a degree. Do research and make sure that that degree is a marketable degree. You don't want to get a degree in and I don't even want to say specific degrees because I don't want to offend people, but there are certain degrees that are basically useless. When you go to get a degree, like for instance, the nursing field or the healthcare field, there's a major demand for that. You know that the hard work you put in is going to pay off because there's going to be something available to you. But if you're going to a degree where there's really no openings and there's no demand, when you get out, especially if you're not in a bigger city, you're going to have a very hard time earning back money to be able to pay off your student loans if you have them. And even if you don't have student loans, it will be so depressing to go somewhere after all that work and realize that, hey, nobody needs me. Now I'm back doing this basic job that I really hated and I wasted all that time and effort. My advice is to contact a school advisor and get their input. I actually had about a half-hour, 45-minute long conversation with my school advisor before I started. Discussed my goals and my life and what would be practical for me and what is marketable, and we went through all of that so that I knew when I started, I'm not wasting my time and my money. And I would just suggest for everyone who's going into school, please do that before you start. Please don't just pick something that you're interested in. That sounds great, but that's not how the world works. It's not going to work that way, you know? You can be interested in anthropology, but are there any openings for that in your area? Or would you have to move clear somewhere and compete with a lot of other people, and the odds of you getting that job are super low and you'll just give up before then and go back to something that you were doing without your degree? So just think before you start. Make sure it's something that you're going to want to complete. Make sure it's something that is marketable. I also wanted to say, from the perspective of a mommy, it is so nice to go to school and to have something that I'm doing that I enjoy doing. I've always loved school, and it's nice to have something I'm doing where I feel like I am achieving something, where I feel like I'm being more productive, where I feel like I'm using my brain power. You know, sometimes when you're doing laundry and you're cooking and all of that and you're mastering everything domestic, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, I got very bored with that because I love to learn and I love to take things in and expand, and I expand my mind. I don't know, that's how my mind works, and I was so bored with it, and this gives me a challenge. And at the end of the night, I feel like I've done so much. I've passed another class, or I've understood a concept that I couldn't grasp hold of. I finally caught it, or whatever. It just makes me feel so good. At night I go to bed and I sleep harder, I sleep better. You know, when I get up in the morning, I'm excited to get up early. I used to sleep in because I was like, I just have a pile of laundry to do today, or I gotta go pick up a kid and take him to the appointment. Now it's like I have a purpose for me, you know, something that I'm interested in. I'm up and I'm at 'em, and it's just breathed new life into me. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. I'm very excited about my experience, and I hope that those of you who are going to school, I hope that you're encouraged, you know, take it one step at a time, just one thing at a time, one class at a time, one assignment at a time. Don't project into the future that you have this many classes left and this many years left. Just take it one step at a time and you will get there. And you'll feel so good when you're done, and it'll just be an accomplishment that will really pay off for you. I wanted to share that I am now a substitute teacher. I was able to get signed up to sub at my children's school, which is perfectly convenient for me because I can go there with them all day. I can teach a class, and then at the end of the day, I can take them home with me. I don't have to worry about arranging sitters or people to pick them up from school because I'm not there. I'm going to be right there with them, so that is awesome. I'll share some experiences regarding that in the future. Since I haven't been out in the work field for years, this will give me an opportunity to obtain hands-on experience. So when I actually do go apply for my own, you know, teaching job in my own classroom, I can say, hey, I've been subbing for this many months, or how many years or whatever. I've been subbing, I've gained this much experience, this is how I manage the classrooms that I'm in, these are the methods that I use, these are the things that I've dealt with, this is how I handled it. You know, I have real world experience that I can give them, which will help me out so much. Also, I wanted to share, and I know this is totally random, but I got some new glasses and I'm so excited about them because I've been wanting nerd glasses like forever. I went to this glasses place and they had these and I was like, oh, they're just perfect. I love the look. I don't know why, I just think it's so cute. But unfortunately, it's a pair of glasses that looks good on my face finally. It's very hard to find those. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm super excited. It's the little things in life that excite me, for real. So I hope this video has offered you some encouragement. I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting a lot more through this journey, and I hope you'll join me. Thanks for watching.